everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and today, as you've just seen there in the pre-log, I think, I don't know what you call it, but anyways, as you've seen there, we are just after putting the lemken harrow, lemken Reuben 9 onto the 6499. You could probably call it overkill. Like we can use that harrow on the 6270. That's what we harrowed it last year. Though the only problem with the 6270 on that is you need a few front weights. Well, just a bit more than a few, just to keep her down. But anyways, we're using the 6499 on the lemken harrow, and so yeah, we're finally doing something other than slurry. Bit of field work, bit of tillage work. We have 30 something acres to get done. All of this. Also, please excuse the windows. This tractor has been at slurry for a while now, and I was hoping I get time to get washed before I come up here, but my father run me out of the yard before I could get washing. So unfortunately, the windows and the tractor isn't over clean. But look, I can't do anything about it. Just don't have enough time for all these jobs. But anyways, so what I gotta do now is I gotta set this up. I want to set up my monitor. I assume you can see it. Get a bit closer to it. Yeah, so you should be able to see it there. So I want to set it up. So first thing I want to do is I want to go to my memory, and I want to, don't ask me what, these are all ones that used to be more on it from before. But anyways, we'll go to the bottom one. I want to reset everything that's on it. Reset. So everything is reset. So I want to now go and change my weight line. I'm going to say it's 3.5 meters. It's not 4, but it's definitely not, it has to be more than 3, so 3.5 meters. So I gotta set it up then on this button here, change this to when the lift goes down, so it's going to start counting how many acres I cover, or it's in hectares, but how many hectares I cover. When the lift goes down, it'll turn on. What else do I need to do? I'm going to change this, H-A-R-R-O-W. okay. Now, harrow. So now, turn on my active memory. It's on. So now it's counting because my lift is in the down position. If you see, if I turn it off, it's just turned off there. So now my active memory is on. I don't need any valves. I think that's really it then. There's no valves to be looking at or anything. So here it is here. So you can see it's going to start counting there. You can see at the minute ticking over, burning 2.3 litres an hour. And then you can see this 1, 3/4, half, quarter, 0. I can flick through them as I'm going along, so that I can, if I'm going to do a bit of an overlap, I can set it so it can adjust how much ground I'm covering. The other two things I want to do, I want to set my A and my B. A for when I'm going down the field about 1700 revs, and B for when I get to the headland I can let her back off the throttle, and we see how we get on. So yeah, no, that's that set up now, so it didn't take a lot. So my draft control then, so this is my draft control here. So this is for adjusting the depth of the harrow, which I won't really know until I get going, and then all I gotta do is flick it up. We'll probably set a height to how high we want to flick up. So I flick up my lift now. Right, we set a height for it. We want it to come up enough, but not too much. Okay, so yeah, they're working out about 2, and then you just slap it down, and down she goes, nice and steady. So I think we're ready to rock and roll now. Shut the back window, see through all the muck. So turn on my 4-wheel drive, is this button here. 4-wheel drive is on. I don't need my hydraulics, and there's no point using my headland management because it's just flicking up and down the switch is all I'm doing. I suppose I could use my headland management for my A and my B. I might trick around with that while I'm working, because I can mess around with that while I'm working away. So right, gears. To select the right gear now, what do I want to be doing? About 12 kilometers in the 6480, which is there. It's waiting. There's fertiliser there to be spread, and the agitator's on it because we're double jobbing as well. The tractor will be left here, and we have slurry to spread on a farm nearby, so we're double jobbing with that tractor. So at 10 kilometers an hour I want to be in about 3C. Yeah, I think about 3C is what I need to be in. So I'm in B there now, so we'll just take off and we'll see what we're like now. We'll give her a bit of a hand throttle. I just lift her on the draft control, because you can lift on the draft control, just so we can get her taken off. So it's just going to take a bit of tricking just to get this right. A harrow, this harrow works well going fast, not going too fast. Now there is a limit to it, but unlike a para harrow where you can't take a handy, this harrow works best when you're moving on a bit on the ground. I probably want to go a bit faster. Going to C, probably go a bit faster again. D. Yeah, I'd say about that now, it's not too bad. Maybe I want to go a bit faster. So yeah, I'm going to just concentrate on getting this set up right, and it's just going to take me a few minutes to trick around, and when I get it up then I'll explain what I'm after doing. So quite a lot of ground to cover. My father's going to be coming up to spread the fertiliser with the 6270 and the big 3-ton spreader, and then he's going to come back up then after dinner with I don't know what tractor he's putting it on. We're going to come back up with the drill and sow it with 4 metre accord drill, and he's going to sow it with that. He'll be coming up with seed and everything, so that'll probably be actually more. I have my drone, so I'll have the drone up when we're doing all of that, so it'll be very interesting. Nice to see now, just happy days, happy days. Your man that drives for us with the 7718S, he come up here with Stone Fork, which is on the 6480 now, and harrow, and he went and gave it its first cut because we were busy trying to finishing up a bit of slurry, so we sent him on up to give it a cut. So he caught with this. He burned 110 litres and used, yeah, it was 110 litres he burned, and it took him 6 hours. So I'm going to record now how long it takes me to cover all this ground, and then we'll compare and contrast the diesel and everything. So that is it. I'm going to concentrate on getting this figured out, and I come back to you. I'm working away. I'm just after doing my first block there, which was 1.75 hectares. You can see there, give or take. There is, as I was saying, there's a switch button on the bottom, but it's give or take 1.75 hectares. So we're harrowing away. The harrow looks ferocious bloody small behind the tractor compared to having it behind the 60, even the 6480. It's kind of dwarfed behind this. A 6 metre harrow would be much more appropriate for this tractor. Headland management set up just so I can lift the lift, drop the revs, turn around and just press the button. So my headland management is this button here. So I'll show you when I get to the top headland. And the way I do harrowing, my uncle, he goes up and down, so he'll go down and he'll turn around and he'll come back, whereas I lift it, swing around and go down again, and I do it in blocks. The only problem with doing it in blocks is as good as any man is driving, when you don't have any real aids and your field is quite long, it's very hard to get it that all matches evenly. You end up with like a little triangle or bits that where you're overlapping. You have to run over what's already done. So now you'll see what I have to do here. So I'll try and guesstimate when I'm near the end, and it's bish, bash, harrow comes up. I hope you can see there, it's a bit rough. And then we just swing around tight enough. Once you're fairly straight, then bish, bash, bong again, harrow drops, revs up, and now this is the fun bit. Trying to guesstimate where I should be going this way to keep it relatively straight with what I've done. Look, that's really it. When my father gets this far, I'm going to put up the drone. I won't bother till then, because I can get him spreading fertiliser, and I can also get this working on the one go. I might end up, and you'll also see what I mean about going up and down the field. You'll just see how much of a banana I am. Oh Christ, there's no way in hell it'll look anyway straight or anything, but look, again, the job done, that's all that really matters. If you had the GPS, you get it bang on. So we're flying along now. I'm doing about 3.8 hectares an hour, about 7 litres to the hectare. It's quite good going, and interesting to see how much diesel is burned at the end of this. So I'm going to keep baiting on. Also, I'll talk a bit more about towards the end of the video about the everything that's to do with the tillage in here and that. I'll just mention though, because you're probably wondering, why is there grass at the bottom of the field? The very bottom of the field, far too wet. Literally where we go to is as far as you can go. You cross that, you're in danger of getting stuck, no matter what kind of weather it is. It's very wet ground. But anyways, I'll talk a bit more about the Minitel and that towards the end. I'm going to be on Harrowing. It's as exciting as this gets. It's 6 hours of me going up and down the field pushing one button to do everything I need to do. But handy days, I sit back on a few tunes and sing away, and when my father gets with the fertiliser spreader, I'll put up the drone and we'll see how we're getting on. So we'll leave it at that for now. So now everyone, as you may be able to see, it is pissing rain, and I just had the drone up in the air, and I got a small bit of footage, and then it started raining. I had to put it down. So yeah, now it's gone too wet. The clay is starting to stick to me, a holy terror. I can feel she's not just pulling right, so I've stopped. You can see my father's, his wheels are just covered in muck, covered in clay. So I'm going to have to get out and see what the plan is now. I'd say he's going to finish the spreading while he's here. He's not going to drive that home again. I'm going to see what he says. I might sit here for an hour and see, does it dry off enough? I don't know, is it going to dry off enough? It's quite a bit has fallen now and it's just gone sticky now. So that's the joys of trying to do tillage in this part of the country with the weather. Not easy. Not easy at all, but I may get out now and chat with my father and see what the plan is. So, as you can see there, my uncle is here. He's come up to have a look to see how we're getting on. We're going to leave it, we're going to have the dinner, and then we're going to go back harrowing and that. But we just said we'd just do this while we're waiting. But my uncle, he's out and about. He'll come up to see how we're getting on. Don't think he wants to be on camera or anything, but that's it. Anyways, we're going to break for the dinner, and then we're going to go back at it. Give it a chance to dry. Just to dry up on the top, that way it's not sticking to everything, and we should be okay then. Hopefully don't get in our shower. Want to try and get it done before the weekend. So I just missed out on probably a golden opportunity for a video. We got some rain while we were having the dinner, but it cleared off afterward, and then I went picking a few stones with me brother and sisters who are off from college and uni and school now because of the old virus. So we're making good use of them, picking stones. Oh man, they love it. If you look at my TikTok, I'm on TikTok now, link in the description. Well, my name is in the description at FarmerPhil135. You can follow me over there. You can see the TikTok I made while I had them picking stones. I probably should have brought the camera with me to film it, but sure, however, so we're going to get back to it now. So I've given them strict instructions. There's a few more stones to pick. It's just after drying up now, good enough to go back. My father's gone home to bring up the jeep and the trailer to get seed, to go home to bring up the drill, and we are going to be sowing then, and I shouldn't be finished here, so I will be able to go and video everything. And there's the crew, wave. So they're going to look after that, and I'm going to go get back harrowing now. So right, I have to harrow off this side of the field, just the headlands and that, and harrow out the tracks of my father, and then I'll go back to where I was, the other side of the field. I'll put up the drone when my father comes up with the drill, and we get some more footage, and that'll probably be it for the video. So we get going now. So now, I don't know, are you able to see, but in the very far distance you may be able to make out that my father is back with the drill, and the Jeep is there, so my mother must be driving it with the plant trailer on, loaded with seed. So my father is getting ready to start sowing. You can just see there's a few little drops on the windscreen, which is lovely. I'm nearly finished. When I get that centre block done, then I'm on to short ground and then do out the headlands. Don't ask me what way my father is going to sow it. No idea what way he plans on sowing it. But yeah, so that's the story. So he's here now to start sowing. Hopefully this little bit of a drizzle that's on the screen or windscreen just goes off with itself. To this car. This is the drill on the 6270. Yeah?
Yeah, I can see.
Right. So that's the drill and a cord and air drill and pneumatic drill 4 meter. So we get the 6480. Isn't it great being able to bring the agitator, be able to double job like this? Yep, I actually got it. Wonders behold. Right. So now, you should ever get the old 4 meter massey drill out running, could do when you win my press, you're going to tell me in the comments that is true. But anyways, what I was saying, if we ever get our 4 meter massey drill going again, all that's wrong is the coulters are gone on it, and my father does not use it with the coulters gone. Filling that with a half-ton bag of seed was a skill in itself. This isn't too bad, but it just holds for the half-ton. All good? So while we're out, we'll just have a look at the lemken harrow. So it's tiny compared to the tractor. So it's tiny. Really and truly, you want a 6 meter, so you want the double of that behind that tractor, which I would have liked to have bought, but at the time when we bought that, sure, we didn't have a bigger tractor. I'd say the 6480 might have struggled with a 6 meter, but it'd be nothing to that tractor. That tractor would probably go for a bit more than, could go 8 meters of a harrow. But anyways, that's the lemken harrow. So we get back up the 4 steps into the tractor, and we go back on harrow. So we're just finished the field now, all done. So I'm on the headlands now, which is the most excruciating nuisance of a job to do, because it's trying to turn without leaving tracks and trying to harrow all your tracks and do it 2-3 times to try and get away all the compaction from turning on the headlands. Not easy at all. And then some of your headlands aren't over long. Oh, it's a bit of a pain now. But anyways, I get this done, and when I get finished then I'm gonna fly around the drone. That's my plan. But yeah, that's what I'm on now, headlands in the hole. So now everyone, this is the end of the video. I got some of the headlands done, and my father called me over to load them with seed, so he couldn't fit it all in, so I just put in where I needed and we left it at that. But doesn't want me to do any more of the headlands because he wants to sow the middle of the field, so then I can, oh excuse me, very gassy, so that I can harrow the headlands once he's all the turning done on the headlands, reduce compaction. Makes sense, but it just means I'm kind of kind of have feck all to be. Yeah, he tells me to go pick stones, but I prefer to see that tractor with the ring roller in the back of it and that in the front of it, and pick the stones as you're ring rolling. Much easier job, much. That's it. This is the end of the video. 64.99 and the toy of a harrow behind it. Really does make the harrow look small, and that is a big harrow behind any other tractor. So, oh look at, do the job. Stats on the screen: 10 hectares, 7 litres to the hectare, 3 hectares an hour. Yeah, so that's what it's done. So it's quite good, very good actually. Burned very little diesel, just very happy with it in that regard. Was no real pull under, I suppose, with that kind of a harrow. If you had a bigger one, maybe probably would have burned more, but look, this is the job. 64.99, lovely tractor. Still can't really, you know, go over that it's actually ours. It feels like we're using someone else's tractor. It's been so long since we upgraded a tractor, and I'm so used to the other tractors, it just still doesn't feel like it's ours yet. But anyways, that's her, that's the job, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Look, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is probably a long one, or maybe a 2-part one, God only knows. But look, I hope you enjoyed it. That is it from me. My TikTok, Instagram, Facebooks, all of them is in the description down below, along with my merch, Amazon store, all that other stuff. You just check it out. You never know what you might find down there. And that is it from me. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Good luck. Right. Yeah.